someone who I was talking to said, life is hard. And I said, for me, life is easy. Because what your belief is, that's gonna be your life. If you think life is hard, there you go. Your life is hard. Okay, these things coming from how we grew up, from society, how we live right now, what and who are we surrounded with. And that's not really who we are. More and more I know that feels something else right in me. If it doesn't match the society, that's because we're not really living as who we are. And so many times I heard in a couple of years I've been on my journey, my self-growth, self-discovering journey, that we need to be who we are. But I always ask, but how do I know who I am? I'm I'm this and this person and look like this, I have this personality I have. So that's not who I am. I now know that who I am is all the positive. That's how I can define it with words. But when we hear something is negative, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't make me feel good. So anything makes me feel good, that's who I am. And that's who we are. And so many things in our lives is not who we are. So many things we hear, we see, we feel, we act. The way we act is just not who we are, and that's okay too. And I was wondering, more and more I know what I like in my life. So many things I hear and the way things are in our lives does not match how I feel, how I would want to exist. And the world is changing, like slowly people get more self-aware. Things always change, systems change, but it's so interesting if we're so different many times in our days, in our lives, and who we really are. Why is that? Ego, as we souls in this body, we have to come to this physical body, this physical world, to develop, to expand more as consciousness. In like a non-physical world, there is no good and bad things, only just things. It's hard to describe, but in order to expand, it's like more and more knowledge I could imagine, describe, that we can only experience here in this physical world. So going back to that person I talked to, said that life is hard, and so many of us think this way because that's the way we grew up. And then when I said all my theory, like my life is good, everything is working out for me, and he said, oh, I like what you're saying, I would want to believe in that, but obviously his belief wasn't that. He's not on that vibration. He can't even start changing because he doesn't see the bridge. At least he heard what I was saying. That means he could accept that there is something else. He could be on the vibration to hear that, at least, but not vibration to wanting to be there or wanting to change towards. Maybe my ego would say like, oh, I want to help him and change him, but that's not help. It's not my job to do so. Certainly was very interesting to see how people think